Hi, friends. Here with a sort of comic book review, more of a comic book recommendation, I guess, of Mega by Salvador Sanz. This was published by Red 5 Comics a few years ago, December 2021, and um, November, so winter 21 and winter 22. Um, Two parts. There is no third part as of yet. I'm hoping we will get one. Each story is in two parts. So we'll just take a look at the first one. The feature here is the artwork, but it's an excellent story. Um, so it opens with a very good hook. There is a map of Antarctica with some cutting implements here, one of which is not like the others. We got this emo dude here baking a cake. So he bakes a cake and makes it look like Antarctica. And then he takes the odd looking knife, cuts into the cake, and we see a fissure forming, ripping open Antarctica, from where emerge whatever the hell this is. Of course, we find out later it's this monster. And so it's a monster book. This book is probably the only legitimately scary horror comic I've ever read. And expressions like this really drive home the emotion of the characters. So it's a big story with a lot of like big world building that happens in the world of dreams of this little girl. But it's really focused on the story of a little girl and her father. So despite being a epic monster horror book, it's quite relatable. So ask your comic shop if they can get this. I don't think it's been reprinted, but keep an eye out for some reprints of this. This light is just distracting. Let's turn it off, yeah. Hopefully the part 3 of this gets published, and then they collect all of them together. If you look at this gentleman's art, Salvador Sanz, which I will put on the screen in just a moment. Here. You can see it's quite impressive. We'll just look at a few so you can see the style. It's like a monster emerging out of an ancient building. A lot of like fine artwork, shades of maybe Bernie Wrightson, kind of in the woodcut style. Here's a haunted house. There's few people that have a command of light for horror atmosphere. And the artist really understands that the only way to do horror in comics is through atmosphere. There's no jump scares, right? Here's a rendition of Catwoman I thought was quite impressive. So that's Salvador Sanz. The book is Mega, and the sequel, Mega Rise of the Black Swan. He's I think Brazilian or Argentinian artist, South American at least, and very interesting story, great art. Go look for it. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh, check the links in the description and subscribe and do all that stuff.